Hello. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in to this special preview playthrough of Cyber Streets, a new role-playing game out on October the 26th. And I have been joined by 5 willing sacrifices to actually run through, couldn't think of a better word, to run through this game. If you'd like to introduce yourselves and your characters, and I will go by the way it's got laid out on my screen here. So, Brian, you first.
Hi, I'm Brian. I will be playing MacGyver Hendricks. He is a tech working with the rest of the group to keep their gear in order and do whatever kind of techie things I need to do.
Excellent. Great.
So I am Ori Serco. I specialize in nighttime operations or nighttime work.
And Kedari?
I am Chris Novak. I am a hacker, although typically that's not admissible as evidence, but it leads us where we need to go upon occasion. People, they think anything behind a firewall is secure. It's not.
Making me nervous, okay. Lloyd?
Hey, I am playing Incompetech, who is nominally in charge of keeping everyone on their feet, minimizing paperwork when we return to office.
Excellent. And last but not least, because he's got a complete collection of Star Wars adventure journals, we have Strain.
Hello, I'm Strain. I am playing Detective Kenji Sato, Oriental detective based in this city, and he's a bit stern, a bit gruff, and likes to do things by the book.
Got it. Excellent. So what I'll do now is I'll just very quickly read you one of the part of the introduction to Fireteam. So welcome to Cyber Streets, a future noir setting using the Fireteam HI5 rule set, or also known as the High 5 rule set. This book is designed to use the original game rules as written, with a few additions and changes for you to be able to use the rules in a future noir setting. It's a traditional pen and paper tabletop role-playing game, as you know, and it's designed with the future dystopian city nightmare in mind, with dark, rain-soaked streets, corporate espionage, and dangerous gangs, all soaked in neon. Lit by holographic advertisements 100 feet tall, with lights and laser shows inviting the downtrodden citizens of the capital into the comforting arms of unfettered capitalism. Now, the players tonight will be taking on the roles of investigators of the Capital Police Department, called Street Detective Teams, groups of cops working for an organisation with a very unfortunate acronym. They're funded by the corporations, and yet they're expected to bring law to everyone equally, but it never quite turns out that way, and limits will be crossed. Molds, bends, and the line between justice and business will blur. Can the players keep their heads in a world where everyone has lost theirs to the world net? Anyway, so that's basically the game. It's a future noir setting, so it's quite dark. There are cybernetics in it, but that's not the driving force of the game. And how you play the game, there's different aspects to the game. You can play detectives, that's the main drive. But you can also play street gangs. You can play something called a simulacrum, which is basically an artificial human being. You can play pretty much whatever you want in this entire game. But today we're going to be playing detectives. And this particular adventure, which I haven't actually named, so I'm going to call it the Fall from Grace adventure. All out.
Promising.
Well, yeah, don't worry. The Fall from Grace is not you, possibly.
Yet.
So,
Probably Strange's character.
What? Harsh, harsh. Fair, but harsh.
you play a street detective team. An SDT, hey, and basically you are sent out into the wild to solve crimes as fast as you possibly can, whilst not stepping on the toes that the big corporations would rather you not step on. You spend a lot of time cruising around in your hover car, basically being called in for dispatches to go and attend situations. This particular situation seems quite important and extremely public. This is dispatch. We've got a crashed hover car on 4th and 9th. Looks like somebody just dropped out of the air and fell for the roof of one of the diners on that street. You're only 2 clicks away. Please attend.
Course control. We're head there now.
Who's piloting the hover car?
Would it be our tech that will be doing it?
Possibly. Anybody can fly one. It's just using your control skill.
Oh yes, maybe our tech then.
I'll fly it.
Yeah. So easy. So you're going to put your lights on and sirens because let's face it, it's a cop show.
Let's go.
Okay.
We're going to do one of those like case file ones where you have the camera following behind the siren as we go to the crime scene.
Cyber streets. The files of police dicks. So you go blasting through the streets to the buildings, and basically everybody's moving out of your way. And when you actually reach the diner, it looks like an old-fashioned 1950s style diner. It's obviously styled that way. And half of it's crushed and looks like a very, very large hover vehicle has smashed down in through the roof, and its arse is sticking out part of the roof, sort of head height at the back. There's a couple of ambulances for the people that can afford it on site. They've set up a cordon of just basically not like the handheld lasers that you can get, little pointers. They set up like a cordon of ridges of those. There's some attending cops on the scene, but you as the detectives will take pretty much lead as you turn up. As you do turn up, an officer sort of steps forward as you're all climbing out of your hover vehicle. He's got his data pad in his hand and he's looking at his notes. I don't know what to tell you, officers. He was flying overhead. Some of the witnesses say it's possibly around about 100 metres up, 150 metres up. And suddenly there was just an explosion at the back of the vehicle. It dropped down out of the sky. Fail-safes obviously didn't kick in. It's gone straight through the roof of the diner. Now, it's what? 6 o'clock in the morning. Luckily, there was only 2 people in there, including the owner. One guy was injured, not badly, so the only casualties are the guys inside the vehicle.
Thank you, officer.
Something.
Oh, right. Let's check things out, everybody.
Right.
How much of a mess they've made.
I'm sure they've made a lot of mess.
It's made a hell of a mess. It literally comes smashing in through the top, sort of creates like half the length or quarter of the length of the actual diner with its back end out the top wall, shearing the top of the wall off. There's still a lot of smoke. There's some foam left over from the small fire drone that's there. Obviously there was a bit of a fire, but yeah, it's an absolute wreck.
Okay, from the part of town that we were in, and you said the diner was fairly empty. Is this part of town? What sort of area is it in? Is it?
It is a. It's sort of put aside for a lot of financial district, so this would probably be a place where people came for their lunch. So the people who live around here are quite well off. There's also newspapers down the far end as well. It's a whole, like Fleet Street, it's a whole avenue of different newspapers, news outlets, holovid shows, television broadcasts, the works. So yeah, there's a bit of money down here.
Okay.
Can we check the registration on the car? Who owns the car?
Yeah.
Have the people been taken to hospital, the occupants?
No, both the occupants are both dead and they're still inside the vehicle.
And the people inside the diner at the time? Because I know it was basically empty, but
Yeah, they said 2, didn't they? The owner and one other guest, I think.
yeah, I can check if they need treatment or if they're ready.
Gotcha. No, the one guy who was a patron, he's been injured, but he's actually in the back of an ambulance at the moment, being taken care of. At the moment, they're checking his insurance to make sure that he can be treated. And the owner, he's basically just stood outside, quite a large guy, balding, very thin hair but quite long, with his hands on his hips, going "Jesus Christ," and spitting out bits of his synth cigar. Yep.
Do we have to wait for like crime scene investigation, or can we take the bodies?
You are.
I think we're it.
Yeah.
Let's do that then. Let's take
Let's go. Take it.
I want to check the vehicle for indications of whether or not it was an internal failure, because an explosion was mentioned. I want to check to see if it's internal failure or weapons fire.
No worries. Okay, well, I'll have you make a control roll then, please. Basically, you take your control score. That's the number of d6s you roll, and you get a success on the roll of any of those dice rolling a 5 or a 6.
And as a tech, am I getting my 1 die for that as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you get +1 die for that. You just want a 5 or a 6 on any of your dice rolls.
2 5s and a 6.
Brilliant. You have a look over it, and that's a good result. Yeah, you do find on the back, it's the back end of the vehicle that's sticking out. and that seems to be the least damaged part because that's what was getting dragged behind. Underneath at the back, on the bottom of hover vehicles, there are a lot of these half spheres, and they're the null gravimeters which keep it aloft. And right in the middle, just at the back, you look at what looks like a small punched hole, but it's actually bent inwards, so something from outside sort of punched into it.
Okay. So I will point that out to any of my fellow officers who are near, indicate that it looks like some kind of external damage caused this, possibly weapons fire, targeted at the null grav emitters.
Okay, I'm as he was investigating the vehicle, I'm just looking around at some of the people on the street, see if anyone is taking any undue attention into this, more than just, oh, someone died, it was a bomb or something. You know, anyone that seems maybe taking too much of an interest.
But yeah, to be honest with you, there's not that many crowds. I mean, it's still 6 a.m, so a lot of the people that work here, some of the early mornings, and then maybe the cleaners are drifting in. There's probably just a couple of people, maybe a couple of couriers and what have you, just sort of standing around watching. There's one guy recording it on his mobile phone, but he's sort of doing that in the mobile. He's obviously recording himself with the accident behind him. He's obviously putting himself up on, I don't know, Twoob, whatever it's called. And he's, he just looks like he's having a bit of fun. But everybody else, they just look extremely disinterested, like it happens all the time.
Yeah, roughly a bit. We should probably see if we can get, like, if the vehicle had a black box or similar. See if we can retrieve it.
Other cars don't have black boxes, but somebody asked earlier about the number plate, and the number plate is DVD 407, but underneath it's got a little panel on it saying upper driver. This is basically like an Uber, and it's a hired hover car. Underneath that plate as well, there's also another plate, because this looks like a normal, like, sort of stretch limo kind of vehicle. It looks like it's been tricked out. So, you know, it's got like a little spoiler on the back. It's got like flames up the side. And underneath that, it's got another plate underneath that saying modified by High and Mighty Mods.
Is that Mighty Mod?
High and Mighty, yeah.
Nice.
High and Mighty Mods. Just obviously just a hover car conversion workshop.
The officer that responded prior to us, the first responder, did he identify the people in the car? The driver and the passenger?
Yeah. Well, I've identified the driver. He's just a hired upper driver. His name's Lewis Runn. He's been doing this for quite a while. He's quite good at what he does. The person in the back, though, no idea. We've run a facial scan, but we didn't want to get in there until you guys turned up.
All right. I'll head over to the car and try and identify said man.
Okay. The door, you can get the back door open. It takes a little bit of a tug, but yeah, there's a crunch and a little bit of debris falls down, but it does open. But when you get there, actually, I need you to make a control roll first of all.
Terrible. 2 1s, 2 3s.
Okay, no successes. When you get there, you give the sort of door and bits of debris fall down. Nothing that hurts you, but you do manage to get the door open. Inside is quite a smart-looking person. They've got the seatbelt on, but obviously it's done nothing to save them. And by the looks of it, dropping 150 meters out of the sky like a stone, wearing a seatbelt's not going to make much difference. And their neck's at a very unnatural angle with a lump sort of coming out the side where the bone's obviously broken. The eyes are wide open, looking sort of surprised, like they just received an electric bill. And at their feet is like an old school briefcase, but it's open and it's empty.
Okay. I'll grab it anyway. Is there any way I can identify the body? Anything they're carrying on them or any place like that?
I mean, if you want to go through the pockets, you do find like a wallet with sort of plastic and sort of holographic ID. By the looks of it, their name is Mail Hero. And one of their cards, they've got a packet of calling cards in there, and it looks like they're a reporter from a newspaper called The Capital Clash.
Okay. Does the face match the ID, as it were?
Yes, yeah.
Just to be sure.
It is, but they're a lot more surprised and a lot more dead.
Fair.
So yeah, it does match.
All right. I'll wander over to Kenji and pass on the information about the victims. Kenji seems to be a nominal leader, so...
Can you check if this reporter was working on any particular stories? I'm sure you have means of obtaining such information. That is, of course, legal.
Of course.
We could probably also check with the car hire to see where they were coming from and where they were going, like in a flight path.
Yep. What did you say earlier about checking the black box?
Yeah.
Even though they don't have black boxes, these vehicles do have recorded flight paths. So, but you'll have to hack into it to see it.
Oh, the actual thing. Okay, cool. So we don't have to phone up and ask.
Yeah. Well, he's a private driver. He's
a guy.
I say he's like an Uber driver, so he basically runs himself.
Yeah, but it's just a hired by as well, the IMT mod.
Yeah.
That may have info as well.
I'll just...
The computer person hack the car, please.
I'll go and find somewhere a bit secluded to do my perfectly legal business, and...
Yeah.
Must be legal.
It's a crime scene investigation. It's perfectly legal.
perfectly legal business. And
So
first I'll take a look at the flight path of the car.
Okay, well, first of all,
digital forensic.
you've got to get into it first. Now, basically, it counts as a small business. So you're making a control roll with any bonuses you've got on top of that. Oh, no, you haven't got any encodes yet because you're a new character, so you haven't actually created any encodes. For all you viewers out there, encodes are special codes you can prepare beforehand to add bonuses to your hacking or net job rolls. In this particular case, you're going into a small business computer, so your target number is going to be 4. So you're rolling your control roll with your bonuses as normal, and any one of your successes needs to be 4.
All right. 4, 5, 6. 3 successes.
You get into it. It looks like he's a very busy man. He's been on the shift now for 8 hours, so he obviously does the night shift. He's gone all over the city. He's probably done about the better part of 400 kilometres because these things are quite fast. This particular, his last job, he pulled up at Mail's apartment on the 75th floor. They've got balconies there where the vehicles can park. He pulled up there and he hung up because basically Mail got in touch and said, "Quick, can you come and pick me up? It's an emergency." Or as far as the email is concerned, just say quickly, "Please come and get me if you're available." And by the looks of it, Mail is also a regular customer of this upper driver. So he got to their apartment, parked up, waited 15 minutes, and then Mail came out in a rush. Although you don't know that, that's just me adding a little bit of flavour. I don't know why I said that. But anyway, they came out, got in the vehicle, and then he started basically heading towards Capital Clash headquarters down this street.
And that flight path took him over this diner, presumably. Yeah. All right.
In fact, Capital Clash is only like 400 metres further on. So obviously he was coming down low, ready to land.
Yeah. Okay. I'll move away from that, and as Kenji requested, I want to investigate the story that the reporter was working on, or any stories the reporter was working on.
Usually when you go into somebody else's system, that person has a chance to make another roll, and the difficulty to stop you from getting the data or coming after you for taking the data is your control score. But seeing as though the guy who owns this computer is dead, I'm not going to make that roll. So that's just another example for the viewers. So sorry, say again, what were we going to do, sorry?
Investigate Capital Clash systems. So try and figure out what the reporter was working on, any stories they had active, any stories they'd passed on to their editor. Gotcha. With regards to anything that might have been a target. Okay,
Capital Clash, they will have active people on site with their network security. But it's going to be a bit more difficult because it's a large business. So if you do want to go into the system, that's fine. But your difficulty this time is 5. So you can make your control roll, and as long as one dice comes up with 5.
That's fine. I am under orders, so 1-5. Just the
1-5. And what's your control score?
4.
4. Okay, no, you've been blocked.
Yeah. Okay. I'll move away from that. I'll go back to Kenji and pass on the information. I couldn't get into Capital Clash headquarters, but here's the flight paths for the driver himself. Looks like he was heading that way.
Well, I suggest we take a walk down to Capital Clash and see what our fellow was looking into.
We know what they specialise in, what type of news?
Well, Capital Clash are very in-your-face kind of paper. So they love the scandals. They like the reporting, but they've come under a lot of flack recently from the corporations because they refuse to back down on stories that the corporations don't actually like them talking about. So this is not corporation friendly. It is a bit of a flash mag. It is a bit, oh, look at this, or this celebrity slept with this dog or whatever. I mean, they absolutely love those big, sort of massive, career-destroying stories because they're vultures, basically. But
it's like the future version of the Daily Mail.
Yeah, it is. It's extremely boisterous. And a lot of people don't take it seriously because of those stupid stories. But every now and then a story will break and the corporations do get a little bit panicky. Capital Clash could be it's got a very good level of journalism. It's underscored by this absolute shit that which they pump out.
Has everybody seen the empty briefcase? Or did you just show it to our leader?
I'd pass on the information.
Yeah.
Can I go back to the car to see if the guy has hidden anything out of the briefcase in the car, under the driver's seat, under his own seat?
No, you go through it all. He's got nothing other than their identification and their wallet and the car and their front door keys. They've got absolutely nothing else on them. But I will ask you, whilst you're searching, to make a control roll, please.
While he's doing that, I'm going to be heading over towards the guy that was filming.
Yeah.
A single 6.
Excellent. You do notice that the briefcase looks like it was locked. Like I say, it's an old school briefcase, and both the locks have been forced.
Maybe there's some evidence on him.
The only people, as far as we know, are the police that were here before us.
There's the ambulance with the other guy in it. Is the ambulance still here with the injured?
No, it is, yeah.
We should probably go to those two and see if they saw anyone around the scene beforehand. Because if someone fired at this thing, maybe they did it from nearby.
You go over to the guy, Strain, over the thing, and he's there going, anyway, that's it for today. Chat back in tomorrow. I'm gonna have some really meaty shit for you. It's gonna be rad, man. It's gonna be rad. Okay,
stand in front of them and hold my badge up.
And literally on live on Tweet, whatever it's called, he goes, peace out. Oh shit. And then disconnects straight away.
I'm going to need to see the film footage of what you've been recording, if you don't mind.
I ain't done nothing, man.
I know you haven't done anything. It's not illegal to record. But you've been recording since you were here, yes?
Oh, yeah.
I would like to see that.
I was doing a piece of the city. It's 6 in the morning, man. It was rad. It was rad. It was
fantastic.
Excellent.
Good.
Let me just... and as I'm filming, no, I mean, that's me there, look. That's amazing. Look at my lip. So that's me there, right? And I'm doing all this shit. And look at the background at the top right there. Boom! Look at him go. Look at him. Whoa, 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 whoa. Boom! Whoa, 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 whoa. Straight in, man. Oh, that's rad. It's excellent. It's rad, man.
It's very rad. Could you transfer that footage to my phone, please?
It's copyright. So very quickly. Yeah, it's very easily done. You basically tap your phone and it transfers straight over. I'll publish that, yeah? I can publish that, yeah?
I would hold off for at least an hour.
Oh, shit, man. That was live as well. Make a command roll, but you get a +1 die because you got your badge. Because you flashed the badge.
I flashed the badge. A control. Oh, dear. What do I need?
Command. Make a command roll.
So, yeah, come on. That's fine, yes.
Yeah.
I've got a 5. 5, a 3, and a 2.
Ah, shit, man. Yeah, all right, then I'll leave it. Anyway, nice, rad, man. Thanks for letting me publish, man. It's rad, man.
I'll take the footage back and replay the footage to see if I can identify if anyone went to the vehicle after it crashed.
Other than this lad on his phone doing this, all the time. Look, this is what it's like at 6 in the morning. Who sees this time? You know what I mean? So, and then in the overhead, you see the vehicle coming over. You don't see any kind of street, but suddenly there's a poof and a flash of light underneath the back of it, and then it just drops. Now, this is really, really high res, and zooming in a little bit, as best as you can without losing too much resolution, there's actually something on the back of the vehicle.
Right. Yeah.
Looks like it shouldn't be there. It looks like a teacup, but without the hand is stuck on the back of it. That's what,
like a drone pushed in rather than like they got hit by a projectile.
I will head back with the footage to Mac. Mac, I have something for you to analyze, and I'll transfer the footage to him. It looks like there was something attached to the back of the vehicle. May indicate a bomb rather than a missile. Did we see? Is there on the footage? Was there anyone after it landed going towards the car, and apart from EMTs?
No. There were people stumbling out of the building. The and two patrons.
Okay.
Let's check with the owner. He might.
When I say two patrons, the owner and one guy comes out, obviously clutching his arm, who's been injured.
Mm-hmm.
About 30, 40 seconds later, somebody else staggers out and then just turns left and runs up the road.
But no one goes into the car.
No one goes into the building because all you can see in this footage is just lots and lots of smoke. You see the building sliding
into the building, right?
Loads of smoke.
Okay. Well, this doesn't show anyone entering the vehicle, but there were people inside that we couldn't see, so... A dead end for now. See what else you can find, Mac, on the footage, especially to do the device that was attached to the back of the car. We can perhaps identify it. We may be able to identify who placed it on there.
If there's someone else in the... If there's any other patrons that aren't accounted for. I think there may be a back way out.
Well, that's what we need to check as well, yes. Look for any cameras as well in this area. It's a financial district. There may be street cameras, surveillance cameras around here.
I'll have a look on the inside, see if there's a back door as well.
Now, Chris, see if you can find anything linked up that may give us security footage of the area around here.
Boss.
So, can I identify the object? Is it a bomb or
a control
something that was
one extra dice for your tech?
I have a single 5.
That's fine. Yes, it's definitely an explosive. You've seen they're called. It's like a limpet mine. So it's delivered by hand. So someone's actually walked the vehicle, popped it on it, and then activated it, and then walked off. It's the only way that you can get these things to attach. This is military grade, used by military and certain sort of disingenuous mercenaries.
So I take that finding to Novak. And I'm like, you looked at the travel itinerary of this upper driver. Can you identify where they were before picking up the current person? Is it possible that someone may have placed this device? Because I doubt the reporter would have.
I'll flick back through my tablet. He was waiting at the
address
for 15 minutes.
15 minutes. By looks of it, he just came back from a suborbital run, so he's basically dropped some people off at the suborbital airport, obviously off on a jolly, and then almost straight away got the call to come to Mayo's house. So, apartment, and he just went straight there.
If you say this, if this mine can be laid by hand, perhaps somebody at the apartment while I was waiting for the reporter.
Yeah, possibly. I wonder if the reporter's apartment... Well, so the reporter, I'm guessing, probably don't make enough to have a private landing pad for the apartment building? Is that like a public at the 75th floor?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's a very large, it's just like a big car park on top of a roof.
Yeah.
So, no,
Okay.
I'm looking at the identification. They don't actually have a vehicle license, either ground or null grav. So that's probably over.
So it could have been somebody at the apartment.
Are we able to say whether it was set off by a timer or has somebody sent a signal to make it explode? Can we tell that?
That's a good question, and these particular explosives can only be set off by remote.
So that would indicate whoever set off this was either nearby or watching somehow. There's no evidence of any tracking devices on the vehicle, or what's left of the vehicle.
Who was going to speak to the patron? Injured guy.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Both, like,
as you walk up, he's obviously pissed off about something, and the guy's saying, "Look, your excess is 30,000. I simply can't treat you. You either go to the Medicaid air, or you sort yourself. Sorry, we just can't do anything." He goes, "What the fuck? I work 12 hours a day. What the fuck are you talking about?" He goes walking over, and he said he's there holding his arm. There's blood everywhere, and he's got a bit of a bandage around it. And the medical guys are packing it up. And the one guy's going, "That's $20 for the bandage." He's going, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he's sort of standing up. So as you walk over, it's starting to get a little bit heated.
Yeah. What's the damage? Oh, what's the situation?
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, well, probably to, I guess, start off with the attending.
Yep.
paramedic.
Shrapnel. Looks like he's taken a blow to the arm. He's broke the arm. The bones come through. Yeah, it's painful. And a couple of days rest and he'll be fine. With a nano swarm on him. But fortunately, his insurance doesn't cover it. So it's all yours, officer.
So did you see anything? So we'll try and see if we can help you out with your issues. But can you help us with the situation at present? Like, did you see anything or anyone suspicious in and around the?
I see something. I've just seen some kid in a fucking green coat just rip me off. That's what I've just seen.
Yeah. Well, think about so how long before was the crash? Like 20 minutes?
About 20 minutes, half an hour. Yeah.
Yeah. So 20 minutes earlier, we can get back to whether you're getting ripped off or not.
Okay, I was sit down, I was having my morning coffee, and then I heard this thump, and I was like, "What the hell?" And I as I was about to head to the window, fucking hover car comes through the ceiling, drags me along, I break my arm, lost a tooth. What a dickhead, who's flying that low?
Yeah, I don't think it was on purpose. Well, at least the driving part.
Well, these things happen. I mean, I barely got out. The other guy that was here was hanging around like a twat. And then there was the owner that got me out. He came and pushed away a couple of beams. No doubt will charge me for that as well. Jeez.
The other guy?
Yeah, there was me and there was some other guy sat there on his phone.
Can you describe him? On his phone, okay. Can you describe him?
Oh, God, no. By the looks of it, he didn't want to be fucking saying. He might as well have been sat with a stupid trilby on a long coat and a pair of shades. He was trying
Must have been wearing something.
Well, he was, yeah, but he was like a sort of big black puffer jacket. Boots, trousers, black, everything black basically. He had a cup of coffee there, but he sat there for the better part of half an hour, 40 minutes. Because I remember that because Alfred, the guy who runs this place, he kept walking over and said, "Do you want a top up?" He said it once, and the guy went, "No, fuck off." What's his problem, man?
And you said the guy hung around afterwards. Did you ever see him leave?
No, I didn't know. He was still in the building though when we got out. We sort of stood there looking stunned.
Well, I'm not sure how much I can do. I'm trying to think. How much help would a Metasquirt be in this situation?
Oh yeah, it takes pain away. It won't set the bone, but it'll certainly.
No, but it'll help. Yeah, so like I can't quite help with your like financial needs, but like I might be able to give you something for the pain at least, to like, or at least patch you up a little bit.
Make a command roll.
Command 3. Two fives.
2 5s, brilliant. He calms down at that. Now that you've sort of given him the squirt. Oh God, I said that out loud. Now that you've given him the medi squirt, he's.
Okay, no one saw.
Didn't expect to say that on a Sunday afternoon. Jesus. So, Jesus. So he's sort of given the medi squirt. It relaxes him. The pain goes away, and he's. Yeah, it'll help a little bit, but yeah, it's not going to set that bone. But yeah, at least it might save you a few quid. Yeah. And now he's going to have to go down to a Medicare aid centre, who will put him on their lists, and then he'll have to work off the medical aid that they give him. So,
well, thanks for your help. Sorry I ruined your coffee, but good luck.
Shit coffee anyway. And he sort of goes wandering off.
Okay, I'll report back. So I think, I think if we're looking for someone with a remote control, it's probably the other guy that was in the diner. Apparently dressed all in black, operating their phone, wanted to be left alone by everybody, and hung around after the crash.
And we know from the live streamer that he left, and outside of the diner, I believe John said he headed to the left.
Set out the door and headed left and just pegged it.
Yeah, I think that's the suspect.
Is there any way we can use camera footage in the area, do you think, Novak, to track his movements?
I'll take a look.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like he was quite heavily dressed as well, with his black everything and jackets and whatnot, so he might stand out more than your average person who's not trying to hide their identity.
Yeah.
We've got him on video of what he looks like.
You can't see his face on the video. He
sure.
Comes out and he's heading off, but you can see that he's wearing like a beanie hat, a black beanie, and he's clean shaven. And by the looks of it, the beanie's sitting quite high, and it looks like he's probably bald. You don't get a good look at the face.
I'll slip my VR shades on and try and get the camera footage around the area.
Screen shades. Yeah, go for it. Make your roll. Add your tech. Now, this is going to be a lot more difficult. You're trying to get into the cameras, yeah?
Yeah.
Area. This is going to be a lot. This is a lot to network, because remember, this is a financial area. It's a lot of money down here. You're going to have to roll at least 1-6.
Okay. 1-6.
Yeah.
Nice.
3 1s, which is concerning.
Again, what's your control roll?
4.
4. You've been blocked.
I mean, obviously, I can't just get straight into it. As street detective teams, do we have any way to access this through sort of corporate methods?
Yeah.
We put in the paperwork, etc.
It might take a couple of hours, but yes, somebody will transmit the data to you from the time stamp.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll start the process for that. I'll fill in the relevant paperwork, etc.
Okay.
And then go back to the others and pass on.
I'll tell you what, it's going to take at least 4 hours. But make a command roll, and for every success you get, I'll knock an hour off it.
Yeah. Okay. 2, 3, 4. That's no success.
Yeah, it's going to take at least 4 hours.
Yeah. I'll just pass on to others. I can't get into the network, but I've put in the paperwork, so, in 4 hours when he's got away with it, we'll have the footage.
Well, we're going to have to do something a little bit more than that, aren't we?
Financial districts.
I wonder, do you think he will be still around, keeping an eye on things? Or will he have run?
I would expect he probably would have. I think he was there to retrieve something, so I think.
I feel like he got what he wanted.
I think. Yeah, so he's taken what it was in the suitcase and he's legged it.
If we saw which way you ran, perhaps.
Yeah, we can head that way and hope to catch a break.
Head that way, may find someone that's seen him. We have his description.
But there's plenty of storefronts, so it's only been 20 minutes.
Exactly.
So we can probably, if we start heading that way, there'll be someone that'll have seen something and can point us. We'll do it the old-fashioned way.
Well, I suggest we spread out and go.
Yeah, I was going to say, do we have earpieces and stuff where we can keep in contact with each other and do kind of a grid as we...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you leaving this scene then, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so you've picked up some leads now, and this is where game mechanics kick in a little bit. Picked up the leads of High and Mighty Mods, the Explosive, and the fact that they work for Capital Clash. So if somebody wants to keep a record, in fact, I'll keep the record, that gives you 3 points in your case pool. Now, at the end of your investigation, if you've actually made a successful arrest, you roll that case pool, and if you get any successes, then you've got a successful conviction. So for every piece of evidence that you get, it goes towards your case pool. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Like it.
There we go. Now, if you feel as though you've got to a point in your investigation, or you come to a dead end, and you think, where do we go next? what you do is, for all the detectives that are in the team, you pile up for something called the investigation pool. And the investigation pool is basically all of your ranks. You've got ranks from 1 to 4. So you're all at rank 1 at the moment, so that'll give you 5 dice in your investigation pool. So, and then you can make a roll, you use as many dice as you want to make a single roll. And if you get any successes, then you get a nudge to say, well, actually, you know, I can say, like, oh, there are some cameras in the area, or there's somebody over there who might look like they know what they're talking about, and then point you in the right direction. Sadly, if you do have to do that, you will then lose 1 dice from your case pool, because obviously you're not doing your job properly. So, but the more investigation pool you get, of course, the more chance you have of finding these leads off the base of your experience. Yeah. Anyway, but that's just, like I say, that's again some game mechanics there for the viewers of this preview playtest. So I'm not going to say that again. So where were we? So you're going to do a little bit of a sweep of the area, okay? So I'm going to need every single one of you to make a control roll. Actually, no, because you're going to be speaking to people as you go in. So I need every one of you to make a command roll, and I want to know who gets a success. Just put your hand up if you get a success.
I got 1-5. Sorry, put my hand up. I got 1-5, sir.
Yep. And 2 of you?
I got nothing.
Nothing? And no, that's it. So just the 2 of you. Right, in that case then, Kadari, as you're heading down, you go past a storefront, like a convenience store, and it's quite well lit, and there's a few people in there. It looks like there's people heading on into the offices now. There's some quite well dressed people sort of wandering out with their lattes, sort of looking down the street, wondering what all the fuss is about. And yeah, outside there's obviously somebody who works in the store with a broom sweeping broken glass into the gutter.
I'll just walk up to him and look at the glass.
Yeah.
Is it obvious what it is? Has it been a drop bottle or whatever?
No, it looks like a part just off the curb is a ground vehicle. It looks like someone's driven into the back of it and sort of just clipped the corner of it and smashed the tail lights.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll just walk up to the guy while he's sweeping and say, have you seen someone of this? I'll flash my badge, obviously. I won't just walk up to him awkwardly.
Excuse me.
Someone of this description. Black puffer jacket, black beanie. Etc. I've given the description.
Make a roll. It's a command roll, but you flash the badge, so you get an extra dice.
Yep. Oh, one of my dice has fallen off the table. The other ones are all 5s. So.
It doesn't count unless it's on the table. And because you've got it, that's a massive failure.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, they sort of look at you and go, I didn't see anyone. I didn't see a thing. What I did hear is somebody pulling off really fast, smashed into the back of my car. Points at his vehicle. Didn't see it. Nobody's seen it. No, sped off up the road. Bastard.
All right. I'll take a look, sort of, up the road. It's a bit generic, but can I get an idea of where he'd be going if he goes up the road?
To be honest with you, it's a bit like New York streets. So you've got a straight line and everything's intersected.
Yeah,
you could go off 100 different directions.
Yeah, but I think if he's going off at speed, there may be skid marks we can follow.
Yeah. But yeah, there are some skid marks. I'm sorry, that was childish. There are some skid marks, but it was worth it. There are some skid marks here, obviously where they've pulled off. Oh, God Almighty, this is going really bad. There are some skid marks here where they obviously drove away very quickly, but then of course, as they hit speed, there's no more skid marks.
I think you like saying skid marks, don't you? Seems like frustration with them.
That's going to be the name of the scenario, actually. The skid mark.
Skid marks.
Never mind the other title.
Yeah, the other title was shit.
I'll pass on the information about the car to the others. Possibly getaway car, given the speed of escape. The fact he was heading this way.
Strain, as you're walking along, you see Kadawi chatting with this guy who's pointed at the back of his vehicle. And you see a person on the other side of the road with a very, very large sort of like, I don't know, 28-ounce cup of coffee, sipping through a straw, eyes wide, sort of just watching everything with interest.
I'll head over to him.
Yeah. This is a 24-ounce cup full of cocaine.
pull out the badge, Capitol Police. Yep. Did you see the accident happen?
Roll your command and plus 1 die because you flash the badge, which is now another.
Flash the badge.
Right, fine.
Yeah, apparently skid marks are too far, but flashing is not.
Two 1s and a 6.
It's professional flash.
Fine. Yeah, you got a success. They sort of look at you, wide eyes, with a big smile on her face. She's got obviously caffeine-stained teeth. She sort of points over. Yeah. I saw it. Yeah. Do you know what? I saw it. Right, this guy comes from down the street, really dressed, really smart, big bat, buffer jacket, beanie, not really smart. Jumped into a vehicle. I heard him shouting, "Go, go, 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 go!" Maybe not so many goes, but yeah, he said it a few times, like in the films. Oh, that one. Oh, what's it called? The Black Chase. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, you remember that one with the 2 cars, and the car is chasing the hover car with the one on the floor, and he's chasing after him. He's shooting at him, and he's he's sort of blasting away. Really cool. Have you seen that one? I've seen it. I saw it last night. Oh God, I can't think about it.
So you didn't see anyone that wanted to shoot him, but rolled down onto his back and fired his gun in the air?
Oh God, going no! Oh God, you have seen it. It's brilliant.
Yes.
So anyway, he dives into the car, shouts, "Go, go, 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 go!" And the guy
Maybe not so many goes.
Down, smashes into that car in front, which I know actually belongs to Otto. I don't like him anyway. And he smashes into the back of him, and then pulls out and just goes shooting off up the road. Boom, just like that.
Can you describe the car, the colour, and any individual faces he does?
It was black. I didn't see any faces. He had a big nose. But I didn't see any faces. The car was black. It was one of those. It was like a normal family car. Pretty sure it was a Subaru. I might be wrong. 4-seater. The interior. I've got to stop playing those characters. My throat's killing me now.
Did you see any license plate on the vehicle?
I didn't look. No, I was too ripped to the tits on my coffee. Cocaine in it, you know.
Right.
Just coffee.
It is just coffee in there, yes?
Well, it's legal in this state, isn't it?
For now. For now, yes.
When did people put white powder?
Thank you for your assistance.
That was my pleasure. Is there a reward?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, well,
There would have been a reward, though, if you could have given me a license plate on the vehicle, but alas, you didn't see it.
All right.
Your loss was quite a good reward. I'll turn and walk away, head over. The car that hit it was a black car, 4-seater, a family car. The gentleman we're after also has a big nose, if that helps.
But that'll stand up in court, boss.
His nose.
And she liked car chase police movies.
Who doesn't?
Well, I'm not a fan myself. They're very unrealistic.
He said after investigating the flying car. Okay, what's next?
Okay,
we should probably mod shop.
An APB on the car, at least. See how many cars are that description.
A damaged car.
Yeah.
Are there any security cameras or traffic cameras in this area?
No traffic cameras, and by the looks of it, all the security cameras around here.
Oh, hang on.
By small businesses are all for show.
So, the car that they hit, that they rammed into, does it have a rear view camera?
Ooh, good plan.
Would do.
And the owner was the guy sweeping up?
Yeah.
Can somebody with better command than me encourage him to let us look at his rear view camera? If they record,
Flash a badge to get an extra dice.
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot because everyone else is probably badged out and flashed out at this point.
You can flash the badge as much as you want. There's no limit on badge flashing.
Yeah, I'm not our talking guy.
It gets
so.
like shiny.
I got two 6s.
Open and close it all the time.
You got 2 6s. Yeah. I've got a collision detector. If something hits the vehicle, it automatically sort of replays about 15-20 seconds.
Yeah, because there's a chance I may have captured the getaway vehicle.
Yeah, sure. Hold on.
License plate. Yeah.
1 second. Let me just figure out how this thing works again.
This is where he's like, oh yeah, the number plate's wedged in the back of my car.
Oh shit!
Tried to mention that earlier.
There we go. And yeah, it shows the vehicle, parked behind him for 20 seconds, and in that 20 seconds, it's got no number plate on it, of course, and the windows are blacked out. But you see this guy running up, looking over his shoulder. He's got a fistful of papers and what have you. As he comes running up to the vehicle, and then you get a good look at his face. Square jaw, male, looks like he's got a gold tooth because he opens his mouth to shout, "Go, go, 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 go!" But he has got a big nose. And he literally the door opens for him and the back seat, and he literally dives into the vehicle, and then the vehicle comes at the camera, and then that's when it goes black.
Oh, we've got a plate for Novak to run.
And can he do facial recognition as well? It is we're in a semi-high-tech neon world.
Yeah, we'll grab those images.
Well, there's no number plate on the vehicle, so it's either stolen or they've taken it off on purpose.
So we've got the facial ID. Yeah.
You can run that through. So if you want to make your roll, you can. If you want to run that through your ID thing.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, facial ID, and then also we should do an alert, whatever.
Yeah.
For the black car with
an APB. Yeah.
The blacked out tinted windows will make it stand out even more.
Yeah.
I'll grab the footage from this guy's phone and try the facial recognition.
You run the little sort of wire mesh graphics over it. It does all those weird noises that movie computers make.
2 6s.
Can you zoom in and
Yeah, I was going to say, does Novak have to say enhance? Enhance.
Yeah, you could use AI to enhance the image. What could go wrong?
Yeah. I think you're all actually missing out on my amazing Voight Kank machine.
Okay, sorry, carry on.
I love it.
I'm done now. You missed it. It was the moment. So anyway.
I'll say skid marks.
Oh shit! You got 2 successes, yeah?
Yeah.
Run the scan. It comes up pretty quickly, actually. I didn't actually give him a name. His name is Martin George, and he's been dead for 18 months. He's ex-military, died in a car crash.
Looks well for a dead man.
Yeah. Died in a car crash, comes back to life, gets into another car crash.
Yeah, dickhead.
Maybe we should just stick. Yeah, you should just stick to the sidewalk.
We give it a second chance, and he fucked that up. Apparently he died in the middle of the previous year. And as that comes to light, it starts to rain. Throw a better atmosphere in.
Good time to cry.
I'll pass this information on to the others and step under the shelter of the nearby store and put out an APB against the car.
Yeah,
given the information we've got, damaged front portion, no number plate, black Kabaru.
Yeah.
Ground vehicle, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that if someone faked their death, then it probably also means that their backer is of significant monetary means in this kind of society.
Mm-hmm.
How did the guy so they contact us rather than just stopping?
How did he die? In a car crash. With 4 of his mates who are also all ex-military.
Of course they are. So we've got a corporation who's setting up a deniable Black Ops team, it looks like.
Yeah.
Unless we want to go much farther and say that they're just replacing people's faces, but I don't think we need to go there yet.
I never thought of that. That's a great idea. Let's make a note.
So that stupid reporter was doing a hit piece of some sort and dug a little too deep.
Yep.
Also,
sounds probably.
Case pool.
So was that added dice to case pool?
Yeah, I've added another one. Got 4 dice in there now.
So I think we need to, at this point, check out the. I mean, I know Sato wanted to go to the paper, but I think we also need to check out the mod shop because I feel like if a corp is behind this, they probably could have paid the mod shop to add on an explosive device that could be used to their benefit. It seems like far in advance planning, but it's certainly a possibility.
Why don't you and Bori Mac go and check out the mod shop then? Go to the newspaper media outlet. Yes.
Yeah. So splitting the party. Yeah. Thanks for that.
Awesome.
So,
got to do it.
The mod shop's about 15 clicks away, so you'll have to. So whoever's going to the mod shop will have to take the hover car.
That's good. That's fine.
We'll deal with the newspaper people first. It's literally, like I say, it was only about 400, half a click down the road. So you make the last couple of 100 meters from this convenience store. It's starting to get a bit busy now, so you're looking at about 7 o'clock, after sort of 7:30 in the morning. It doesn't. There is sunlight, but the smog and the clouds are so thick it barely even touches street level. So you're walking down here, it feels a bit fresher. The rain is helping because every now and then they'll fire a rainmaker into the clouds just to wash the shit off the streets from overnight. So it's a little bit fresher, and people are starting to come out. You've got this weird Vangelis music playing. People are running around with their illuminated brollies and basically trying to get to work without getting too wet. And then you come to the newspaper office. It's a massive, imagine like the Empire State Building in New York. So it's this massive, gorgeous Art Deco building, massive, with loads of modern piping and electronics going down the sides because it's been modified over the decades just to basically stay relevant. It's owned, there's lots of different papers in here. And you see a massive plaque over the main doors saying Capital Clash. But that's all faded away now. It's been sort of left to rot, and now by looks at the building, it looks like that building used to belong to Capital Clash, but now there's about a dozen other businesses that now set up renting this building, and Capital Clash is sort of tucked away at the back in the top left-hand corner. So obviously a massive fall from grace. Oh, there's the title. So it's a bit run down. There's a lot of activity here. There's people sort of coming and going, people turning up for their day shift, and the night shift is coming out the doors as you're going in. There is a security there with the sort of walk-through sensors, but they're just going to let you straight through because you're cops. They're cops. So yeah, you go wandering in.
Good cops. What we going to do to arrest you? Is that how it goes? Sorry.
Okay. So, Capital Clash, imagine your 1930s sort of newspaper, sort of very Orson Welles, so it's all very old looking, and it's obviously a face, it's obviously there for the aesthetic, so it looks old and classy, but instead of sort of Underwood typewriters, you've got proper computers. There's lights, hovering lights, which follow people around because they don't want to pay the electric bill because obviously they're not making a lot of money. It's it's busy, but there's a sense of fakeness to it, and people rushing around shouting, "Oh no, he's slipped with another one!" You know what I mean? So it's just obviously shit news. Another dog. So yeah, you go wandering in, speak to a person there. The person that you need to speak to is the editor, Harv Mendes. You go into his office. There's some awards on his back shelf, about 2 or 3 dozen awards, but they're sort of dating back about 15-20 years. Most of them haven't got his name on it, so obviously but the last one that the paper won was probably about 8 years ago. So yeah, it used to be a well-regarded news source. Now it's just a massive bag of shit.
The gutter press.
You go walking, he sort of looks up, adjusts his spectacles. When I say adjust, he pushes them back and the lenses sort of move backwards and forwards as they sort of automatically focusing on you. Look like his eyes are, he's not blind, but you can see that kind of whiteness, like cataracts and what have you. He sort of looks up. Officer of the law, what can I do for you?
Mr. Mendes, I have some bad news for you.
Well, if you want to get in line, you're not going to make front page today.
One of your reporters is dead.
Fuck? Who?
Mel Heron.
Jesus Christ.
We're investigating his murder. I need to know what he was working on, what story he was working on.
Mail? To be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure. Mail was one of those people that just went off and did what they needed to do to get the big story. Yeah, he handed in shitty stories every now and then, but they were absolutely just amazing. I know that they were working on a big story about one of the corporations that operate only in this capital, but I don't know which one.
They have a workstation in the building.
No, he was mobile. Sorry, they were mobile. They had a laptop. That explains the call.
You received a call from them?
About 5:30 this morning, Mail called me. I was still in bed. He points over to a cot in the corner. Said they were on their way in with a major story. They sounded really excited. maybe not excited, maybe a little scared. But yeah, they were on their way in.
Did they give you any indication about what the story was about?
They literally did the hold the front page bullshit. So I assume that they had the full document of what they wanted published. It's just that was just after 5. I remember because just after 5, and they were obviously running around doing something because you can just tell, can't you, on the first. It's amazed me.
So if you were holding the front page for this story, what's going on the front page now?
I have no idea now that I know this. We've been holding it, waiting for Mal to come, but I suppose we're gonna have to run the one with the oversexed dolphins. But this is just comes down in his chair, reaches into his case, pulls out a pint glass and pours what looks like whiskey into it.
Does the mail have a home address? Maybe they left something there.
Yeah, about a couple of clicks away. Yeah, 75th floor or something like that, I think. Yeah, he goes through what looks like an old-fashioned Rolodex, and just literally rips a card out and hands it to you.
Well, if you cannot tell us anything else about what he was working on, did he put in any expenses claims for any of this?
Never. Their stories always pulled in the big books. So no, they were living well. I mean, yeah, and between you and me, the amount of times that they got paid off to shut the fuck up, yeah, they were doing okay. This one, no, this was big. This was a career definer.
Well, it turns out that it was a career definer, because they are dead.
Oh, shit.
Thank you very much. You've been most helpful.
I would say it's my pleasure, but thanks for checking in, officers. Meanwhile, your hovercar touches down just outside of High and Mighty Mods. It's quite a large place. You can probably get about half a dozen vehicles in there. It's got a parking space outside for a dozen more. And yeah, they specialise in modifying Norgrav and hover vehicles. And you've got you can imagine it. Just imagine like modern day sports cars, but with no wheels, and they put spoilers on, and this weird effects and strange holographic effects across the bonnets, and they do all sorts of stuff. And it's got High and Mighty sort of in bursting flames and a holograph over the top. By the looks of it, it's just opened as well. As you sort of walk over, the shutter opens, and you see a woman, quite a tall woman in overalls. She's tying her hair back as she's sort of walking over. She's pushed the shutter up, and inside you can see several vehicles undergoing different sort of changes. She sees you walking over. She stands in the doorway with her hands on her hips, sort of looking expectant.
Well, go ahead.
Well, we'll go over and flash her.
Really? Bit forward, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, skid marks.
Are you playing the right game?
No skid marks.
Flashy skid marks. So, yeah, you walk over.
Good morning.
She looks a little bit concerned. Hey, whatever the mud did, it wasn't my fault. We bring in export.
Can you tell me which of your mechanics modded this vehicle and then give her the vehicle details?
That's a Calabero 12. And I know who that was as well. That's Louis. That's Louis Run. He does loads of work. He's had that car modified over the past year. He does really, really well. So, yeah. Hold on just for a second. She goes over to her computer and taps in a few things. Yeah, that was that's a bit of a silly actually. That was 1 second. Where is my? Oh shit! On my notes. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that was done by, the partner of this company, Harold Might. He did it. He probably did it about 5 or 6 weeks ago. He rang in sick this morning, actually.
Oh, did he? Do you have his address?
I do. What's this about?
We're just looking into an incident with a damaged car.
What? I don't understand. Damaged car?
Fatalities. Car was damaged. We just
In that case, then, I'll need to call an attorney because I'm not going to give anything out, and that's going to incriminate myself. If there's been a vehicle accident, then I need to get legal representation.
Can I do a Command roll.
Yeah, and you get a +1 die for flashing the badge.
6.
Good. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, and if I do cooperate, I'm putting myself in shit. When I don't cooperate, I look like I've got something to hide. I find.
That's true.
He goes over to a post-it note, or a post-it note. You know, don't want to infringe any copyright. And yeah, she quickly sort of writes it down, hands it over to you. It's not far from here. Only a couple of clicks.
I'll say to the others, well, that's a long time, 5 weeks ago, for this.
I was really proud of it, and in fact Lewis was really proud of it as well. I mean, that guy works hard. He's doing 12, 14-hour shifts 6 days a week, and sometimes 7 days if he wants the extra cash. He loved his vehicle. He's not hurt, is he?
Unfortunately, you've lost a customer.
Is deceased.
Oh shit, he still had outstanding payments. Fuck.
So do we... Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Do we take this back to the team, or do we go run down the address ourselves?
We've got comms to them, haven't we?
We do?
Yeah.
Should we contact them and could all meet there? Unless they want to do something else. Do we meet at that location?
Unless they have something else to track down.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
It's the apartment, but we can meet up first.
Can we? So we have the guy's name. Can we look his file up in our systems?
Yeah, he's a
record.
He hasn't got a record. Actually, no, he does have a record. When he was 16, he used to boost vehicles. But he did 5 years in a labour internment, and basically, yeah, he got let set free, changed his life around. He knew a thing or two about vehicles. He had spent a lot of time modding, and he's actually become quite a well-respected. He was one of the quarter-finalists in Mod My Flying Ride, and but yeah, it was. He's very good at what he does.
But he called off today.
Banging sick, didn't say why, just said he wasn't feeling well and he wasn't coming in.
Yeah, I think we need to go check on him. But we can come pick everybody else up too.
That'd be good.
Okay, yeah, you're about 15 clicks out. Yeah, you can move pretty quickly in these vehicles. So yeah, within about 20 minutes, you picked everybody up and then you swung around to his place. Excuse me. He lives on the lower floor of quite a well-to-do apartment stack. It's not so bad. You swing the hover car in, and there's not many vehicles parked there. There's a couple of small bubble cars. There's another hover vehicle, and there's a black car with blacked-out windows parked there too.
The blacked-out hover car that we see there.
Yep.
Is that similar in description that we got from the woman with the coffee addiction?
Yeah, it's black and it's got blacked out windows. So that was
okay.
Any damage?
Is there any damage on the front of the vehicle or the back of the vehicle?
The front left is smashed. That was the last thing that rear view camera saw when it was pulling
Here
away.
we go.
Yep.
Even though they're still here.
Let's go.
Can we authorize the release of our assault weapons?
Yes.
Can we sabotage this car so they can't drive it away?
Yeah, it's just a normal vehicle.
Can do that.
Blow its tyres out, or you can disable it.
Yeah, because we should leave someone with it as well, just like to prevent their escape. If they suspect we know where they are.
Oh no, that's fucked up my car chase scene. No, I'm only joking. So
I'll pull out my toolkit and disable the car.
Yeah, make a control roll, and of course add your die. Got a toolkit. If it's got a toolkit as well, you get an extra die.
Yep. Got a 6.
Brilliant. It's very simple. You literally just pop the catch under the engine in the boot, so in the trunk. You pop the catch, lift it open, literally just snip a couple of wires, and that thing's not going anywhere. The starter motor will not get this vehicle going.
And pull my pistol before we enter.
In the back of your hover vehicle, you have one shotgun and one assault rifle. Up to you who wants to take it.
Probably our assault gents, I would imagine.
Borrow, you take the assault rifle. I'll grab the shotgun.
Yep. The assault rifle just looks like a kind of like an M4 sort of AR-15 sort of looking thing, but a bit more sort of, I don't know, futuristic. And the pump action shotgun is an old classic sawn off Mossberg. So yeah, no, you're good.
I'll wait down here, boss. I want to see if I can get anything off this car while you're up there.
Can you see if there's any security cameras or anything inside the building? Maybe we can get a feed inside to see where they are before we do anything with the car.
I'll check for any cameras in the building.
Okay, make a...
keep us posted. We'll make our way up.
Yeah, it's going to be a civilian area, so hang on just 1 second. I'm in completely the wrong screen. I do apologise. I should know this off by heart because I actually wrote the fucking thing. Here we go.
On the wrong screen now.
It's civilian properties, basic networks, simple computers. So your difficulty is going to be 3.
Yep. 2, 5,
Quest
3.
back up.
Easy enough.
Yeah, brilliant. So let me
Where's the SWAT team?
We are the SWAT team.
Yeah.
You are the SWAT team.
Or is the SWAT team?
Or is the SWAT team.
I've only got 3 in assault.
Yep. Yeah, you hack into the cameras, you only have to do a quick sweep, and literally in the last few minutes, the car pulls up. 5 guys get out of the vehicle, including your large-nosed fella. And as they're heading towards the entrance to the thing, they pull scarves up over their noses. And then at the last minute, for whatever reason, the one then reaches up with a spray can and sprays over the lens of the an idiot. Yeah.
I see what they're here for. We need to move.
Let's go.
Well, the more thorough they are, the faster we'll catch up with them.
I think they're here to tie up a loose end.
Going for the front door, you head down. Let me add you another die actually to your case. Head for the front door. It basically is on the second floor, down the corridor. There's an escalator to the right, and it's the first door on the right. As you heading up the escalator, you can hear. And you hear another guy going, "Hold him down! Just hold the fucker down!" Who's going first?
Okay, I'll be ready with the shotgun. I'll get the door.
After you.
Borry?
Yeah. Well, if you stand ready, I can get the door because I can just get out of the way.
Okay, right. Well, Borry one side and me the other side then.
Okay.
Any police warning? Or we're just going in?
Oh yeah,
there's no rush. Yeah,
as soon as the door opens, yes.
Tuck and oar, gents. Tuck and oar.
Oh, somebody
Slightly ajar.
boot the door, then I'll go in.
Okay, so you head over.
Yeah.
You got 8 rounds in your shotgun, so you pump it down into the chamber. As you get up to the door, who's kicking the door open?
Well, I was thinking they could just stand ready, and I'll just stand off to one side and use my arm to just throw it open so that no one's in the way, and they can just go straight in.
Are you declaring?
No.
Should do.
So as soon as the door's opened,
Then declare.
push the door and we shout, "Freeze, police!"
If there's something to shoot, say freeze. If there isn't, just shoot.
After I've gone in and shot one of them, then somebody declare.
Yeah.
I'll take a couple of dice off the case, Paul. I think.
Or a bit like I think we do like modern police, but like we declared, you just didn't hear.
It's
As the door goes in, we declare.
Yes, we do declare.
the door in. I do declare. Yes, what you see ahead of you, it's quite a smart apartment. It's one corridor going down to a massive bay window with a big settee in front of it. And then there's like one door, one door, one door, one door. So very simple layout. As you go in, further down the end, you see an overturned table. You see a guy in his overalls pinned to the floor. There's one guy on top of him with a syringe, basically, and he's got a hold of his wrist and he's basically trying to push it down towards his neck. And there's another guy standing over him with this massive assault rifle, kind of pulse rifle kind of thing. And as you kick the front door in and shout, "Freeze, police!" he goes, "Fuck, feds!" and then swings the gun up.
Just a question. The shotgun, is it buckshot or solid slugs?
Don't know. Oh, let's find out. Roll a d6. If it's an odd number, it's solid slugs.
It is an odd number.
So yeah, it's solid slugs. It's gonna hurt. So yeah, he swings the gun up. So let's see.
Breach gun.
Yeah, it's obviously ready for action, and of course you have to declare, so it wasn't really a surprise. So I'm going to ask you to make a command roll.
Is this everybody? Yep.
No, just Strain because he's in the lead. Oh, he didn't actually get any successes. So as long as you get one success.
A 6 and a 1.
Brilliant. Yeah, you got one success. You swing the shotgun up, and you can get the first shot out if you wish.
I'm going to shoot the guy with the syringe.
With the syringe. Brilliant. Okay, pull off your shot. Yeah. Basically, you're making a combat roll with any bonuses that you've got for gunjack or your assault position.
I've only got a bonus with rifles. This doesn't count, I guess.
Brilliant. No, any sort of any sort of weapon that you're shooting ranged.
2 successes, a 5 and a 6.
5 and a 6. Brilliant. So what you do is you've got 2 successes. So for every success you get a +1 to your dice roll. It's basically got the damage of a rifle, so you're rolling 1d6 and adding 2 damage.
1d6 and adding 2.
1d6, 5. Okay, you pull off the shot. Yeah, you basically pump the round, you come in. It's deafening, this shot is, but the slug goes straight into. Roll a d6.
2.
Goes into his left arm. That's the arm that he's pinning the guy down with. So you shoot him in the arm, it literally bends his arm in the wrong direction, almost blows his elbow out. He goes, "Wah!" Drops the syringe, he goes falling sideways, sort of hits the deck. He's out for the count. Not quite sure if he's dead, but well, he's lying very, very still with half an arm. The guy with the assault rifle swings that up and is going to shoot you straight away. Sort of clicks up, you see he's got this grimace on his face, he's got this weird sort of death's head tattoo from his cheek going down his neck. Yeah, he's going to pull off the shot. Now, he's going to shoot. If he does hit, then you can make a control roll. And for every success that you get, we'll cancel one of his successes. Yeah?
Right, okay.
He fires, he gets 1 success. You can dodge out the way with a control roll.
Diving to the ground, I got a 5 and a 1.
He pulls off the shot. Now, who was behind you when you went flying for the door?
Bori.
Okay, you want to make a control roll as well if you want to, because this guy's literally just spraying the whole area.
No, nothing.
Nothing. So you've been hit. Now, because you weren't the main target, and you did a spray action, you're only going to take 1 point of damage, +1 because you got a success. So you're taking 2 points of damage. So there's bullets spraying, but you weren't the intended target, but you have caught a bullet off you. Well, let's see where you got hit. You got hit in the 5. You got hit in the left leg. Do you have any cybernetics in your left leg?
No.
Oh yeah, you've taken a bit of a flesh wound to your left leg. It's painful, but nothing that's going to keep you from enforcing the law. So yeah, this guy goes blasting away. Who was behind Brit?
I was off to one side because I
was off to one side as well. Yeah. Okay. You open the door. I was on the other side.
So basically, what you see is he pushes the door open. Strain goes in, shouts, "Freeze, police!" You hear the guy goes, "Fuck, feds!" They hear a shotgun blast, a scream, and then the rattle of machine gun fire. And then Brit comes staggering out with blood splash goes up the wall just behind him.
I could have told you that could have happened.
Yeah, it looks bad, but it's just a flesh wound. Strain, what are you doing?
Diving into cover, so I have some partial cover. So if there's a
doorway to the right, which is open.
Yeah, just diving into that. I'm looking at for the next target that is looking like they're raising a gun towards us.
Yeah, you dive into this room, and in there is another guy, obviously going through the cupboards. Okay. And he sort of looks up at you.
Drop it! And aiming the gun at him.
He sort of looks at you, aim the gun at him. He looks at you, and on the cupboard next to him, to his right, is his pistol. He looks at the pistol, then he looks at you, then he looks at the pistol, and then you make a command roll. You don't get the bonus for the badge. But he doesn't give a fuck.
No, 2 4s.
2 4. And then he goes for the pistol. So make a control roll. Use fastest. Whoever gets the most success wins. If it's equal, then you just add up your total on your dice.
1 success with a 6.
Oh shit, he got 2 successes. So yeah, you sort of bring the shotgun up, because obviously you're a bit surprised seeing him in there. This is the guy from the video, the guy with the big nose and the beanie. He sort of quickly dives over the pistol. He's obviously trained. He literally scoops the pistol up and swings around and pulls off his shot, all in one fluid moment. So this guy obviously has some experience. He falls a shot. Oh, fuck me. Rolls 3 1s. He completely misses. He shoots himself in the face.
Blows his nose off.
Yeah. It was so badly that Josh down on the ground floor has to roll to avoid getting hit.
Wait for the one. So he spins around, he pulls off, he goes John Woo style, slow motion, but John Woo style if it was being made by, I don't know, Jerry Lee Lewis. But he pulls off the shot, and yeah, the shot literally just goes wild. What are you going to do?
I'm going to aim the shotgun at him and blast him.
Luffy shot. He's going to make a control roll. Behind him is just the window to the apartment, to the rest of the apartment. Sorry, to the car park.
4 successes. 2 5s, 2 6, and a 1.
Whoa!
And he gets no successes on his control roll. So you're rolling a d6 and adding 4. Fucking hell.
By the way, how badly injured was Bari?
A 4.
4.
So that'd be 8.
8 points.
Only 2 points.
Alright. You live. But yeah, if you get hit again, I'll patch up.
Oh, game member. 8 points, yeah?
8 points. 4 plus 4 is 8, yes.
His health is 6. So yeah, he's dead. So yeah, you swing the gun up, you pull off the shot, and it's so powerful he literally goes, look, again, John Woo style. He goes flying backwards. The window behind him shatters as the slug goes through it, and then he follows behind. And the last thing you see of him is his legs disappearing over the windowsill.
He's escaping out the window. He's dead.
Oh no!
It'd be hard to question. Is there anyone left alive that we could just take into custody?
Does Novak have to dodge the falling body?
Actually, I would love it if he did that thing of like where he's like hacking away and it's like and done, and then the moment he's like done, it just smashes him the top of the car and runs it off.
The top of the car, yes.
Case closed.
Novak, as you're working your way to the car, the little bubble car next to you, with all the little pretty flowers painted all over it. Hear this massive, you hear gunfire, and then hear this massive smash, and then this bloke just comes flying out the window and then smash into this bubble car.
So you turn around and say, "You're under arrest."
Yeah,
Yeah.
Your
Sort of
nickname.
very
Vandalism
belated.
and reckless endangerment.
Stare at it for a couple of seconds and then pull my pistol and check that he's done.
Yeah. Oh, he's very dead. He's got a hole the size of his own head in his chest. He's very dead.
Yeah.
8 points of motherfucking damage. So
I'll sort of slip in behind everyone else and secure that syringe.
yeah, well, not over yet.
Well,
Of
we've
course,
still got the assault rifle guy.
the guy with the assault rifle guy.
Alright, well, I have a gun.
So-
do I have a gun? Or do I...
Oh, well, Brit was in line of fire. You got hit and you staggered back, but you still got your weapon in your hand. What is it you want to do?
This is me.
Yeah.
If I aimed, I'd lose my action, but I'd get 2 extra dice next go. Is that right?
That's right, but you'll be prone for 1 round.
I'll just shoot normal then. So
Just shoot him hard enough, and you wouldn't have to worry about next round.
yeah. So 3 assault dice plus another 1 from a rifle. We're
Yeah.
not doing like point blank range or anything, are we?
No, not in this. No.
Could do burst. I won't.
You could do.
Well, the other guy's on the ground. I'd say do it.
I've got 1-5, so I've hit him.
You hit him with 1-5. His control, he gets a 3 and a 4. So yeah, you've hit him. So it's basically for the rifle, it's 1d6 and it's plus 1.
Come on, give me a 6. I rolled a 1, so 2
Oh,
points
no.
of damage.
You come up with the rifle. You pull off your single shot. It catches him in body, hits him in the right leg. So you hit him in the thigh. He goes staggering backwards.
What he did to me.
He's been hit. Anybody else want to step forward?
Yeah, I'll step forward now
I'm
and just
gonna
be
peek
like,
around the
have
corner.
a gun up. Yeah, we just have a gun of guns out and be like, yeah, like surrender.
You're gonna shout at him to surrender.
Yeah, surrender. Otherwise, we'll finish him off. But like, if you, yeah, it's not worth it.
Okay, make a command roll. You don't get the badge bonus.
1-5.
1-5. His control. No, his success cancels out your success. So no, he doesn't take any notice.
All right,
So I'll do a burst with my pistol. So both of us, yeah.
Yeah, both of you. Yeah. Yeah, go for it. You both sort of pop round either side of the doorway. So yeah, pull off your shots. So it's your control. Your combat skill plus any bonuses that you've got.
I got 1-6.
You got 1 6.
I got 2.
You got 2 6s. So he's running a control roll for 2 people shooting. He actually gets 1 success. So that's basically 1 hit from each of you. So yeah, make your damage roll. You're both rolling 1d3.
D3.
Plus 1, yeah.
That's a 1.
So you got 2 points.
Mine is 3, so 4.
So that's 6 points, and that's enough to do it. So you both pop round, pull off a shot each. The shots go into each of his chest. He sort of looks surprised again, and goes staggering back. He smashes onto the table behind him, breaks a rather nice looking vase, and yeah, he's very dead. Yeah.
So I'll
Let's get to the guy on the ground and I'll check if he's okay.
Yeah, you check him. I'll make sure the assault rifle guy is down for sure. Stand over him with my gun.
Yeah, he's dead. You can see it on his face. Yeah, he's very dead.
Yeah. I'm kind of looking out the window.
Yeah.
Or first aid or control, whatever, for the guy on the ground. There will be 2 successes, a 5 and a 6.
5 and a 6. Yeah, you stem the lead. He's still alive, but he's unconscious.
Yeah,
we're forgetting the most important thing.
I'll squirt into him while he's prone.
No, don't say that out loud. Oh yeah, you give him a med squirt. Yeah.
We're forgetting the most important thing in breaching is cops. Clear.
A bit late for that.
Meanwhile, outside, Kedara, you hacking into the car. You see this body come smashing down, and you hear more gunfire. You hear 2 reports of pistols, and everything goes quiet. And a little bit further down the apartment complex, an emergency exit door bursts open. 2 guys come out, both with pistols, both looking quite panicked. They've got the scarves put up over their noses and running towards their car where you're standing with your keypad plugged into it.
Oh no, they're gonna kill him.
Now, do I see this? Because I did say I was looking out the window.
You did.
Yes, you did. Yes, you do. You see, Kadar was actually. In fact, you see this, Kadar. You see these guys come running out, and then as you're looking out the window to see where this dead guy is, you hear the thump of the door to your left. Yeah, and these 2 guys come running out.
Yeah, the one benefit of a shotgun shooting down is you don't have to worry about range.
No. Okay, I'm going to raise the shotgun up towards them. Freeze! Police!
Make a command roll. At this point, I'm knocking the dice off their control because things have gone south for them.
1 success, a 6 and a 2.
So you got 1 success.
1 success.
Got a dice each. Okay, Kadari, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take cover behind the car. I've got my pistol out because I was checking the dead guy, and then I'll identify myself to them as well. Stop, police! Drop the weapons.
Make a command roll.
Yep.
Please get 1 success.
No successes.
Shit. One
I'm not
guy
very
stops.
threatening behind this car.
Yeah, the one guy stops. He sort of sees you with a shotgun, sees you with a pistol, drops his pistol, hands in the air. But the other guy is still running, and he sort of lifts his pistol, pointing at you, Kadari. You see this look of determination on his face. Obviously, he's got this death's head tattoo going down his neck. He's obviously looking like he's going to do a Butch and Sundance as he comes running towards you.
If I have the opportunity, I will fire.
Okay, mate, well, take your shot. He's rolled no successes under his control, so whatever you roll.
4.
4.
I've won dice in combat.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I know.
You shoot in the air.
I feel bad. I feel like one of us should have stayed down there with you.
I need you then, Strain, to please make a control roll to see if you get a shot in before this guy does. Or he gets 2 successes.
I only got 1 success.
Shit, so he's going to shoot first. He fires at you there, Gadari. He gets 1 success. You want to make a control roll, and for every success you get, cancels out one of his successes.
It's all 4s again.
Oh no! Okay, he pulls off the shot with his pistol. He got 1 success, so he's going to do 1d6 plus 1 damage. Just 6 points of damage.
All right.
What's your health?
10 attack.
10. He pulls off the shot. Hits you in the 1. It hits you in the head.
Oh.
Oh shit! You got to stop this.
Yeah, that's where my jack is.
Yeah. Fuck me. Sorry. Roll a d6, and if you roll a 1, it's going to get knocked out.
It explodes.
Now it
You roll
rolls a
1.
6. That's helpful.
Nice.
So you get hit in the head. It fucking hurts. You go staggering backwards. I need to explain that, did I? You go staggering backwards. But it misses your jack, which you spent 10,000 credits on. So thank God. Sorry, 10,000 M dollars, I should say. And you go staggering backwards. Strain, what do you want to do?
I am going to attempt to shoot the one that has just shot at my colleague.
Pull off a shot. He gets 1 success for his control roll.
In
fact, no, ignore that. He's not dodging. He's literally just running towards Skedara.
There you go. We got 2 5s and 3 5s, 1 6.
3 5s and 1 6. Okay, so you're rolling a d6 plus 4.
Only a 5 this time, so 9 points of damage.
Oh no, only 5.
God.
Oh Oh, you absolute loser. So anyway, you hit him for
That fails the police officer.
Roll a d6 for me.
We're in army.
They go through and kill Kadari.
2.
So, shoot him in the left arm.
sucks.
Well, he goes into his left arm. It comes out through his right hip. So yeah, you pull off the shot. It slams into him. Literally, almost rips his arm off. It almost tears him in half. This slug does. And literally, he's running so fast, he hits the floor and slides in the gravel, in the plastic gravel. There's a spurt of blood. He sort of twitches a couple of times, but he's very, very dead.
And I'll shout, "You can't run from the law!"
Yeah. Oh, what dread? Jesus. So, yeah.
I have the law. I ran from the law, and the law won.
What do you want to do? One guy who surrendered, but 3 dead, and 1 heavily wounded.
I'm going to call out for Bori to go downstairs to back up Novak while I call in a meat wagon and back up.
Yeah. Meat wagons will be with there quickly because obviously there's money to be made with the medical emergencies.
Yeah.
Back up will be 11 minutes away.
That's fine. So send Bori down as well, and I'm just going to cover the guy from up here. Don't move.
Yeah.
It's the guy that surrendered, isn't it?
Yeah, he looks like he knows the drill. He drops to his feet, puts his hands behind his head, he rolls forward and then crosses his ankles. Plastic Park is exactly what it sounds like. It's everything in there is made out of plastic. It's like Central Park if all the trees, if every single plant and tree in there was
This plastic. That's great.
you buy from your local farm. You know, like the indoor plants, but none of them are all inside a restaurant and none of them are real. That's the entire park. Even the trees are not real. They look fine until you get up close. They look like Playmobil trees. It's just, it's a bit depressing, but hey, dystopia. So the public toilets in the centre have been closed for years, and they're basically like a little dip in the ground. That's not all they are, of course. It's not French. So there's an actual building on there where people go to the toilet, and it's just, I don't know, it's just nasty. There's all spray painting up the walls and people hanging around, and it's not a great place to be. Yeah. The only bin that's there is looks like the bag's been changed recently. At least that's something going for it. And but yeah, you sort of stake it out, and then I'll ask you all to make a control roll.
No successes.
No.
Oh.
No.
Dose.
I have 1 6.
1.
I have 4 1s. So
1. So Kedari, for some reason, passes out. So, but
that's concerning given the head wound.
I was about to say, don't go to sleep. Don't sleep. Stay awake. So yeah, Brian.
2.
Looking around, yeah, you got the most successes. See a rather nervous-looking suited gentleman with sort of a very sort of ill-fitting suit and scruffy hair, walking along. He's sort of looking around, looking nervously, and as he walks past the bin, he's looking like a brown sandwich bag. He just drops it in the bin and then carries on walking.
So I, indicate him to everyone else.
Yep.
How do we miss him?
And I go straight to the bin.
Yeah. There's a brown bag in there.
I'll take it.
You open it.
Are we apprehending the gentleman?
Yeah, we should.
Well, I assume somebody at least needs to interview him. He seems like he's probably just a wage slave, like just doing a job, but who knows?
I'll toss him on the approach. I'll go intercept as well, if it's someone wants to come with.
I'll go with you.
You intercept. You open the bag.
Yeah.
You open in the bag, yeah?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The explosive that's inside it. There are 10 thick wads of unmarked $M in there.
5.
So yeah, I'll
5.
I'll slip that into my pouch.
Yeah.
To be distributed to those who would like to partake later.
Yeah.
You'll need some of it for evidence, so bear that in mind.
Yeah, 5. There was 10.
So we take 5. Yeah, so you found 5. We happen to have 5 afterwards.
At 5.
I found 5. Yeah.
There was 5 bad guys. They were getting a roll each, weren't they?
And they were each getting a stack. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
Worked out quite nice.
Yeah.
So,
excuse me, sir. Would you mind to borrow you for a couple of minutes for speaking about our current Lord and Savior, the law?
Yeah. You're gonna flash the badge.
Yeah.
Okay, don't even bother rolling. The badge is enough. He just collapses, drops to his knees. He's got tears streaming down his face. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm just doing what I was told, that's all. I'm just dropping shit off. Come on, it's not fair.
Told by who?
I can't tell you that.
Yes, you can.
All right then. I'm literally just the go-between. All right, I've just been told to hand jobs over, to take whatever's in the bin out, to put things in the bin. I'm just, I don't know why he does it. I'm not even that high up in Radio Corp. It's just like, I don't know. I'm just doing what I'm told.
Our name.
Yeah. Well, give us a name, or we're pinning this all on you.
I have a name. I get messages on my phone telling me where to go and what to do. Yesterday it was to drop this half payment off. And then this morning it was to come and pick up a laptop and some papers out of the bin.
And Frisco and take his phone.
Yeah, take his phone. Yeah. And then destroy them. And then the next message was to take a lump of money and drop that in the bin as well. And that's it. That's all I know.
Did you destroy the papers and the laptop?
Of course I did. I've been told to do it. I already know what the penalty is for not carrying out my orders. He lifts up
Do you read any of the papers?
What,
No.
20 years hard labour?
I was told not to touch. No, he lifts his arm up and his hand is plastic.
I'm told to do things, but sometimes I don't do them.
Yeah, but I'm not you. I haven't got a gun and a badge. I literally just look at emails and make sure the system works. I've got no idea who in Radio hired me. I don't know who this person was, and I don't know what was on the laptop or what was on the papers, but they've all been destroyed. I was told to do.
So as well as your charges, destruction of evidence is another thing. That should be another 5 years.
So have you told them that you've destroyed the paperwork and deleted the files?
I only contact them if anything goes wrong. If I don't contact them, then they basically take it as read that it's done. And I haven't contacted them, so as far as they're concerned, it's done. And I have destroyed them.
We could contact them saying something's gone wrong.
And that's when I roll a d6 and choose one of you at random.
To get shot by a sniper.
Oh no, it's Strain.
It is Strain.
Be me.
Yeah. And your phone starts to ring.
Yay, we've got a job.
Pick it up. Hello.
It's the chief.
Chief.
How's your team right now? Are they in Plastic Park?
We are.
Right, you're interviewing a gentleman there, yes?
We are.
Okay, that's your arrest. You take him, you bring him in, you charge him and the surviving mercs. That's it. That's your case done.
Of course, Chief.
Okay? Let's just make something clear. These are the guys you're taking in. These are the guys you're prosecuting. You're not taking it any further, right?
I follow the law, Chief.
You'll follow your instructions, officer.
Exactly. The law. We have our conspirator.
Good. And make sure it stays that way. Then you can use the full weight of the law to prosecute him and those mercenaries. Got it?
Well, mercenary. There's only one left.
There's two left. One's injured. There's an injured.
Yeah, one was injured. One's
How do they know?
Oh, I didn't mean to correct you in a dramatic moment. But, okay, I'll see you back at the precinct.
Yes. Thank you, Chief.
Then he hands up.
I would have loved it if it's just like, he's like, oh, like when you're like, oh, there's only one of them left, and it's like, one? Wait. And then just hear a bang, and we're like, yes, one.
I walk up to Sato and hand him the bag with the 5 stacks of bucks in it. Here's the evidence from the drops, sir.
Thank you. In order to return this individual to custody, the case is over. We have who we're after. It seems that everyone's corrupt. Just look around at my team, including the chief.
Where do you turn to? Not here.
Don't know what you mean, sir.
Of course not.
Take it to
I'm
the
just sat in
chief.
the car right now with my eyes completely unfocused, just holding onto my head.
Yeah.
Oh, my head!
Did the guy say, didn't he just say he was dropping the money off? How many rolls of money were in the bag?
I don't know.
It was 5, correct?
I never look in the bag.
Yeah, it was 5.
Then. Hang
By the
on.
time it's gone to evidence, it's going to be 2.
So which one of you is getting the extra roll then?
Are you not taking any?
There's only 4 of you. You got 5 rolls.
2.5.
Split you can split a roll into.
Yeah, we can split a roll.
It's not
in
a single
four.
unit of currency.
The extra.
You crooks. You crooks.
No, I am 100% fair and accurate with my fellow officers that are involved.
Yeah.
And I'm also keeping a record of which officers have received my fair and accurate amount.
Or what? Is a pillar of the community.
I would love it if it's just if the officers that have got your back are basically just the people that aren't what's his name? Kenji. There's just the 4 of us.
Not going to waste the money, are we? We're going to put it to good use.
We're going to put it to good use, enhancing ourselves and our detective skills.
What you mean is you're going to waste it on whiskey and blow, right?
I thought we were just going to use blackjack and hookers.
Not all of it.
It goes towards the pension. The police pension's not
That's
very
a
good.
whole other adventure.
What's funny is that Tato thinks that those 5 stacks that are going into evidence are not also going to go towards improving the precinct.
Yep.
Yeah,
There'll be 2 stacks by the time it gets to the court.
A place for the precinct Pizza Fridays.
Oh, sorry, what stacks? I was faking all along.
After the case is over, there's 1 stack.
Out of interest, how much money's in?
20.
Yeah, how much is a stack?
A stack is shit. A 10 to 9. Yeah, a stack is $2,000 in dollars. There's 20,000 in there in total.
Oh, okay. So we're at 25,000, split 4
There was
ways.
5,000 in the bag.
So you are arresting this guy, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all that remains is to see if you get successful convictions on everybody who was involved. So first of all, we shall roll for the guy that you just arrested, the low-level wage slave. In your investigations, you picked up a case pool of 7. So you get to roll 7 dice. If you get 1 success, that means you get a successful conviction. So somebody wants
Strain.
to roll 7 dice?
Why don't you do it, Strain?
Rolling's being.
You right. I'm gonna roll seven ones. What do you reckon? Odds of that.
Roll all your good dice, yeah.
Ask Darby to roll it then.
I was going to say. I just rolled 4 ones.
I only rolled 3 successes.
Right, okay, but that's still a successful conviction, so he's going to be for a long time. And then you've got the unwounded mercenary, so roll again.
3 successes again.
Excellent, and then you've got the wounded mercenary, so roll again.
Oh, that was a slightly dodgier one. Only 2 successes.
Doesn't matter, as long as you get 1 success, that's fine. So yes, all 3, with overwhelming evidence, all 3 are successfully convicted.
Then I turn in the rest of my team and get them arrested for corruption. What do I roll on that?
I'm sorry. Unfortunately, that's a premium base system, so it only works by sending D6 rulebook by post.
Right. Okay. It might be worth sending an adventure journal over or 2, eh?
No, you need to shut up now. Shut the fuck right up. I'm not joking. So,
Awesome. Fun.
convictions. Of course, you don't know who the person is, the executive at Radial Corporation. If you decide to pursue that line of investigation at the in direct conflict as to what your chief told you, as to obviously what the corporation wants, that's completely up to you as the street detective team. And that is the end of the adventure.
Yeah, as I said, after the convictions, I was going to toss the phone to Novak and just be like, "I got a new toy for you."
Oh, there's an epilogue. You get the conviction, and as you're walking out, you hand in the phone. You know, like, what can you get out of this? And that could lead into another adventure. But
Or the phone blows up and kills the corrupted police officers.
Just Kenji. Everyone else was bulletproof, blast protected by the amount of money lining their coat.
So that's it. Thank you very
Awesome.
much, guys.
Pleasure.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thanks.
I want to play. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, that was good fun. Thanks for running it.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
you find that an informative sort of preview as to what Cyber Streets is like. Thank you very much for watching the show.